Hello students, welcome to the lecture on Event Strategic Planning and Resource Management. And after this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Describe event strategic planning, define management of human resources and time challenges of teamwork, discuss developing and implementing the design for event, explain contractors, describe event technology, discuss conducting and analyzing, explain anticipating and resolving operational conflicts. Let's start with the concept of event strategic planning and resource management. An event is any organized presentation or activity that is consciously planned and conducted to achieve specific goals or objectives. Thus, a market to attract more customers to town is staging an event, as is a festival to engender pride in a community. The event organization has the creative skills to successfully design and manage all aspects of the strategic planning for organizations' events. Production designers consider every detail from lighting to flower arrangements, floor plans to menus. Strategic planning is essential to any special event so that all guest senses are catered to. What will guests see, hear, feel, taste and smell? All of these elements are crucial to a successful event. Trust the event organization with our years of industry experience to create just the right atmosphere for corporate event. Strategic event marketing planning is vital to important corporate events. We can help create the paper, electronic, audio or visual marketing materials need so that they all communicate message. We add continuity to the experience and essentially achieving organization's goals. Event design team will seamlessly blend images, buzzwords, key players and more into the theme that will come to symbolize event in the minds of target attendees. Bihar is one of the most sacred places of various religions such as Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism and Islam. Famous attraction includes Mahabodhi Temple, a Buddhist shrine, and UNESCO World Heritage Site is also situated in Bihar. Barabar Caves, the oldest rock-cut caves in India, Khuda Baksh Oriental Library, the oldest library of India. Let us now discuss event strategic planning. Businesses can draw attention to themselves and introduce their products or services to large number of potential new customers by hosting or participating in special events. These can include grand openings, trade shows, street fairs, major sales and holiday events. In each case, strategic planning can help business leaders get the most publicity and value out of the event. It is vital that the convention program meets and the overall event objectives. Each event will of course vary within content, location, delegate makeup, duration, style, etc. There is, however, a trend towards a more business focus in addition to a learning participatory focus.
I had a discussion with the doctor this morning. I feel like I was hit by a bus.
I'm sorry, boss. Did I just hear you say you were hit by a bus?
I was thinking about my life's work, what will happen to the family, and employees that have worked with us for years and the things I didn't get a chance to do.
But you told me your health was okay. Right? So things can continue as usual. Right?
Not exactly. The bus missed this time, but what about next time? Because so much of the business centers around me, I think I have structured a potential disaster. For all my people, including you.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm planning on retiring in 4 years.
Not exactly. Things have to change or you will be gone before 4 years.
But our numbers are good.
Exactly. You only see the last quarter and maybe how we compare to a year ago. David, you only work in the past, not even thinking about the future. Remember the story of Scrooge and the three ghosts? It was only after he saw the ghosts of Christmas past and present that he began to think about Christmas future.
Not to worry, that was just a fictional story. You know I work with real numbers.
Exactly. You should learn from the past, but look to the future and imagine what can be.
Imagine. Imagine what? You know I'm not a dreamer.
Exactly. But we need some dreamers, some vision. We need a plan.
But we already have a plan. We do an annual budget every year.
Exactly, that is called short-term thinking. We need strategic thinking. We need action. So your new assignment, should you accept it, is to get a strategic plan in place. Should you not accept, retirement starts now.
I believe we need a strategic plan.
Exactly. We need analysis. We need fresh thoughts. We need inspiration. We need a style change.
Does that mean we should wear something like shorts and sandals? That was a joke.
Exactly. Monday all the team should come wearing shorts and t-shirts with inspirational statements.
But boss, it's February in Michigan.
Exactly. I said fresh ideas.
Who's the team? The department heads. You don't mean your family, do you? What do I tell them?
Tell them I'm selling everything to a t-shirt company unless they can come up with a better plan. That should get their attention.
But that means they will have to actually work together.
Exactly.
Will this plan have goals that are measurable?
Exactly.
But then we will know who is getting results and who is not. That might create group pressure, but then again, it might get them to help each other out. Are you expecting to have harmony in the family?
Exactly. We will have timelines for bringing all the steps together. There will be rewards. They will have a future.
What if we don't have the skills?
Maybe we adopt new children.
Do you think I will still be able to retire in 4 years?
Exactly.
I think we need to get P3HR consulting services to help us.
Exactly.
Seasonal timing. One example of strategic event planning is the decision to hold a special event during a given season. Study accounting records to determine the months or seasons with traditionally high or low sales and create events that correspond to these trends. For example, a retail business that sees its sales increase during the December holidays could hold a large sales event with live music and steep discounts in early November to extend its holiday business by another month. Likewise, a business that sees its sales slump in the summer could hold a Memorial Day or Independence Day barbecue with free food to entice customers to stop in during the slow summer months. Market targeting. Let us now watch a video on target marketing. Businesses get the most for their advertising dollars when they market to target demographics which consist of the most likely customers in a general population. Strategic event planning can incorporate market targeting by including activities that appeal to certain types of customers. For example, a business that sells luxury cars might see its target market as wealthy, older professionals. Such a business might strategically include jazz music at its events, while an auto dealer that sells entry-level vehicles to young buyers would employ the same strategy by hiring a pop singer who appeals to a younger audience for its event booth or dealership grand opening.
A target market is a key customer group which is characterised by age, gender, geography, socio-economic group, or led by the actual product or service that you're providing. For example, a caterer may have two different target market groups. The first one could be children, where the caterer is actually targeting children's parties. And the second one can be offices, where they cater for office meetings, for instance. Now, a business can actually have several target markets, and it's really important to analyse the needs of each. Think about the end user as well as the purchaser. For instance, an indoor play centre, for instance, for children. The parents actually are the purchaser of that service, and their needs are safety and hygiene predominantly for the children, whereas the children's needs are completely different to that of the parents, and their needs are based around obviously the fun and entertainment. Well, first and foremost, it's critical that you assess the individual requirements of each group and ensure that your business satisfies the need. It also allows you to analyse the size of the market and the future potential growth of that market, and prioritise the most important groups and eliminate those which don't necessarily have the growth potential. And it also allows you to identify target markets that your competitors are not necessarily using, so it allows you then to take advantage of a niche or a gap in the market. Well, the first thing you should do is brainstorm who you think your products and services will appeal to. It's then useful to actually conduct questionnaires with that target market group. So ask them, would they buy your product or service, what they're prepared to pay, and so on, just so that you can get the market research that you need to form your marketing strategies to that particular market. You should also read trade magazines and industry websites to assess who your competitors are actually targeting their products or services at. And in terms of the size of the target market itself, you can actually look at statistics that are available on local council websites, for instance, which actually will show you how many people of a particular age or demographic are in that particular area. So if you're providing a service on a local basis, you can actually see the exact size of that particular market. And it also allows you to continually monitor emerging markets and opportunities.
Event themes. An event with a distinct theme is easier for customers to understand and remember to attend. Event themes can play into seasonal timings or demographic targeting, or they can simply help an event stand out from those at competing businesses. For example, a computer retailer that offers a sales event in the spring could use the nearby tax due date to create a theme, suggesting that customers use their tax refunds to buy new computers and giving away vouchers for free tax preparation software for the next year. An event manager is generally supported by a team which grows exponentially as the event draws near. A planning team of 12 that works together for a year can explode into a team of 500 for the short period of the event. This phenomenon has been termed the pulsing organization by Alvin Tomer, who coined the term to describe organizations that expand and contract in size. Backward planning. Strategic event planning takes time and effort, which means part of the strategy should be to organize the event efficiently and within a budget. One way to strategically lay out an event involves backward planning. Begin with the event date and gradually work backward to produce a timeline. The first items on the plan include last-minute deliveries and advertising, while the last items on the list represent steps in the near future, challenges of teamwork. Human resource management for events is the first text to cover management of human resources in the event environment. Linking theory, research and application, it covers the differing and various types of event in which human resource management is keys, such as business events. A vast sector including events people who manage conferences, exhibitions, incentive trips and individual business travel. Sporting events. This sector includes sporting events ranging from the Olympic Games, Rugby World Cup, Soccer World Cup, Tour de France, Grand Prix to many smaller local sporting events. Arts and entertainment. The logistics, risk and financial issues facing entertainment events are leading to the development of more sophisticated operational skills for this sector. Music festivals are increasingly popular. The particular challenges provided by such events are varied. The size of the workforce explodes at the time of the event to include the event management team, many paid staff, hundreds of volunteers, and multiple contractors such as food vendors and cleaning teams. Everyone working on the site comes into the scope of the event workforce. Little time is available for training, and motivation plays a key role in retention and customer service. Decision making occurs on the run, and the event is over before anyone can think about performance appraisal. The environment is further characterized by a fast pace, high stress levels, and many workers are fatigued by the bump in period before the event audience pours through the gates to add yet another level of pressure. These features of the human resources environment are quite different to those of the traditional workforce.
When sporting teams and work teams have plans to improve themselves or simply have a vacancy, the coach or manager usually calls in a specialist to find new talents. In companies, that specialist is the HR or Human Resources Manager. HR staff kick into action and start the search for interested recruits. Recruiting is a huge part of making great teams. From the group of wannabes, HR staff use their knowledge and experience to find the best person for the job. HR managers are a vital link in the company's overall structure, making sure that the people match the company's purpose. But human resources staff do much more than find stars for the team. They provide expert advice to managers about how they can improve their team's performance and suggest training options to optimise staff potential. HR staff also monitor well-being, look after safety needs, and sometimes act as intermediaries. Both sides need HR when differences arise. And importantly, they make sure people get paid fairly. They then follow up to ensure when jobs change, so does the pay. Keeping capable staff saves time and money in the long run, so HR managers play a big part in staff retention. In a big company, helping people along a successful career path is part of this responsibility. HR managers can make a big difference when they connect the right people. They help shape the business by facilitating change. Then everyone benefits. HR experts are employed all over the world, which allows for great overseas employment opportunities. So in summing up, human resources recruit team members, advise on team performance, oversee staff training options, monitor well-being, facilitate change, organise salary payments, and resolve grievances.
Let's know the meaning of developing and implementing the design for event. Finding the guidelines and best practices for designing the event, from selecting a venue to choosing live speakers to inviting guests. The first step is selecting venue. This decision will shape all of the decisions that follow. Creating events logo. We have created a unified system for logos so they all retain the same look and feel. Selecting a venue. We want to select a venue that matches the audience building event for implementing. Invite a group of work colleagues or a larger public audience. Creating the program. The stage programs developed is the heart of event. Inviting guests. Curating attendees is just as important as curating events on stage content. Guests have the power to carry ideas worth spreading out into the world. This approach involves identifying a single group and designing an event to meet their needs. All promotional activities will be aimed at attracting people from this group. For example, some festivals primarily target young people, and their pricing structure and programming reflect this. The Vans Warped Tour offers distractions for young people, 11 years of age upward, such as a surf film festival, BMX biking, skateboarding, and extreme music. Other examples include business events such as exhibitions and conferences that target specific groups. Example, medical specialist conferences, special interest events such as woodworking fairs. It is important to note that the event manager typically works with a number of contractors. These could include any or all of the following: venue managers, stage managers, lighting, audio and video companies, decorators and florists, entertainers, employment agencies, rental companies, public relations and marketing consultants, security companies, catering companies, cleaning companies, ticketing operations, printers. For most events, the manager is also required to liaise with government agencies at a range of levels from local government through to federal government. Local officials deal with event planning and approval. State governments provide approvals for traffic and policing, and the federal government gives advice on protocol for international dignitaries. These relationships are explored further in the sister program to this: Event Management, Operations and Logistics. Catering Coordinator. Ensure that all caterers have been licensed by their local authority and that they will be sensibly positioned, such as away from children's activity areas and near to water supplies, etc. Provide a list of all food providers to the Environmental Health Service. Adequate space should be left between catering facilities to prevent any risk of fire spread. Obtain evidence that caterers are registered with the local authority where the vehicle or stall is kept. May wish to obtain a list of their menu and charges to ensure that prices are reasonable. The scope of technology used for events is diverse, ranging from generic project management software to specialized logistics system. Security systems are becoming increasingly complex, and even banquet chefs employ computerized cooking and refrigeration processes. The main technology solutions used by the industry include project planning software, Gantt charts and PERT charts used for critical path analysis, venue booking systems for leasing and contracting venues and services, audience reservation and registration systems used for concert ticketing, conference bookings, races and competitions, identification and accreditation systems to capture data about individuals attending exhibitions or race officials working in the field of play, security systems for managing assets, checking inventory, monitoring crowd movements, CAD systems for designing stages, stands and venues, timings and scoring systems, broadcasting systems, for example, big screen replays, closed circuit for judging, communications system, for example, radio. Given the wide range of applications used at a major event, a sophisticated IT team is needed for installation of computer networks, customization of software, and integration of the tasks performed by the software packages. Technical Services provides equipment and services across the campus. Extensive inventory includes sound systems from a mic and podium to a concert PA. Audiovisual equipment includes digital portable projectors to good old-fashioned slide projectors. We even have portable power distribution systems available in many West Campus locations and can arrange for large power portable systems when necessary. Professional staff can deliver, set up, and operate the equipment for event. Technical Services assists departments and student organizations throughout the Duke campus, including Duke athletics, academic classes and meetings, student organized bands and speakers, and university-wide events such as graduation and convocation. Ethical issues. As with all modern professions, the presence of a code of ethics can enhance the reputations of those involved and can assist the customer to feel confident in their choice of event manager, supplier, or contractor. Ethical issues for the event business that may emerge include gifts or kickbacks associated with commission procedures, bookings at venues, and subcontracting. Other issues of concern include confidentiality of information, including client databases and information about celebrities, overbooking, and overpricing. The International Special Events Society (ISES) has the following code of ethics. Promote and encourage the highest level of ethics within the profession of the special events industry while maintaining the highest standards of professional conduct. Strive for excellence in all aspects of our profession by performing consistently at or acceptable industry standards. Use only legal and ethical means in all industry negotiations and activities. Protect the public against fraud and unfair practices and promote all practices which bring credit to the profession. Maintain adequate and appropriate insurance coverage for all business activities. Maintain industry standard of safety and sanitation. Provide truthful and accurate information with respect to the performance of duties. Use a written contract stating all changes, services, products, performance expectations, and other essential information. Commit to increase professional growth and knowledge, to attend educational programs, and to personally contribute expertise to meetings and journals. Strive to cooperate with colleagues, suppliers, employees, employers, and all persons supervised in order to provide the highest quality service at every level. Subscribe to the ISES principles of professional conduct and ethics and abide by ISES bylaws and policies. Context analysis is a method to analyze the environment in which an event operates. Environmental scanning mainly focuses on the macro environment of an event, but context analysis considers the entire environment of an event, its internal and external environment. This is an important aspect of event planning. One kind of context analysis, called SWOT analysis, allows the event to gain an insight into their strengths and weaknesses, and also the opportunities and threats posed by the market within which they operate. The main goal of a context analysis, SWOT or otherwise, is to analyze the environment in order to develop a strategic plan of action for the event. Site selection and design. Selecting the right venue and site for the event will involve achieving a balance between the aesthetic and operational needs of the event. Choosing an existing venue with adequate staging and facilities may simplify the organization and logistics of the event. However, choosing an unusual venue and providing staging and facilities may be more costly and demanding, but can contribute to the overall uniqueness, atmosphere, and success of the event. The basic steps in developing a site plan are deciding on the site requirements of the event, identifying possible sites or venues and comparing them with the event site requirements, selecting the site or venue that best matches the event requirements, obtaining or preparing a site plan to scale, deciding on placement of event activities and facilities, refining the site plan based upon the needs of event stakeholders, using the site plan as a key planning and communication tool. site or venue plans or maps are necessary for any event. They serve as a tool to help calculate the capacity and maximize the effectiveness of the site venue in the planning stages. They also act as a communication tool between everyone involved during build-up and the live event. How to stage an event? Decide on the program of performers, speakers, etc. that want to use. Arrange the items in program for maximum contrast and effect. Consider the stage decorations that want to use to dress the stage for event. These may include banners, sets, props, etc. Decide whether the event is large enough to need the services of a stage manager. If so, consult with them on the following steps or have the stage manager implement them under direction. Consider the individual staging needs of each of the acts. A band will usually be able to provide a specifications sheet detailing their stage setup and sound and/or lighting requirements. Dancers may need a certain amount of clear space and a particular surface to dance on, as well as a tape deck or provision of live music. Comparer or speaker may require a speaker stand with a microphone or a lapel microphone. From the stage plan, we will know the size stage required. If we are using a venue with an existing stage, compare this with requirements. If it is not large enough, consider extending it or amending the stage plan. If the venue has no stage, proceed to obtain quotes from hire companies. From the stage plan and specifications, we can now obtain quotes also for sound and lighting. Make sure the needs of all the performers are thoroughly covered and clarified if there is any doubt. It is almost inevitable that conflicts will arise at some time during an event producer's career. Although theory abounds on conflict resolution, it does not always work during a real-life event setup or execution due to the necessity for an urgent solution. It must start with a recommendation to event producers to pick their battles. The conflicts that arise while the production team is on site usually involve 2 or more team members. One could be the producer, a team member and a non-team member. Example, typically venue staff, or a team member and the client. Let us see how this may happen by considering some of these priorities. Now, in the end, let us summarize what we have learnt in this lecture. Businesses get the most for their advertising dollars when they market to target demographics which consist of the most likely customers in a general population. The event organization has the creative skills to successfully design and manage all aspects of the strategic planning for organizations' events. Businesses get the most for their advertising dollars when they market to target demographics which consist of the most likely customers in a general population. The size of the workforce explodes at the time of the event to include the event management team, many paid staff, hundreds of volunteers, and multiple contractors such as food vendors and cleaning teams. The scope of technology used for events is diverse, ranging from generic project management software to specialized logistics system. Selecting the right venue and site for the event will involve achieving a balance between the aesthetic and operational needs of the event.